What's going on, 2K fans? It's your boy Lethal back with another video. Today we're playing against a very skilled team. As you see, I'm coming out red and black jerseys. Park After Dark, alright? Pay no attention to the records. The records are glitched. Alright, when you get next gen and you get onto a team, we haven't even played 9 games. This is only our second game. And if you watched the previous video before, you'll see that we won our first one, so pay no attention to the records. But this was a very interesting game because I wanted to see how my team would play in the team scenario against a very confident 5. Alright, I'm going to be honest with y'all here on this channel, on the 2K channel. I'm going to be very honest with my teammates. Very honest. I'm going to be brutally honest. Alright, the reason being we've been together for about 4 or 5 years at this point. Alright, most of us since like 2K16 or so, I'm gonna be very brutally honest with my teammates. My expectations from my team are very high. Once the PYPL starts back up, I expect us to be competing for a championship. Last year, we didn't fare too well, alright? We started off hot, and then once we faced a little bit of adversity, we crumbled, mainly me. And that's something I need to get better of as the team captain and team leader. Alright, because the team pretty much goes as I'm able to stay calm and patient. But I get frustrated quick, especially when my team is not performing as well as I know that they're capable. And we just gotta be better. The reason why I'm bringing y'all the gameplay in this format, normally I would just have this as a full unedited gameplay, but my team forgot to allow their voices to be shared. So between this one and the next video, I'm probably gonna give it to y'all like this just so the gameplay don't be boring or nothing like that. But after that, when you see us play team games, you'll get full unedited games. And then from there, anything that I added, I actually put a little bit more spice into it. So people can get better content that way, whether I'm playing in the park or whatever it is. But typically for team games, if we do have one, y'all will get the full unedited version of it first before I do anything else with it. That just helps my team in case they want to look back at something, and that helps me back when I'm trying to prepare new team concepts and things like that. But playing against Park After Dark, what makes them scary is the fact that, one, they all came out probably 6'7", 6'8", besides the 2 guards, but pretty much everybody else is more than likely a power forward. What makes it difficult to play against a team full of power forwards this year is that you don't really know what they are. Alright? The game has really strived to make it look positionless as much as possible. With that being said, in a positionless game, if you don't know what somebody is, you have to fight to figure out how you want to guard or defend whatever it is. Right? So, for example, I'm the best perimeter lock that we have. Like, I'm the person that's typically going to guard the other team's best player. Whether it's the point guard or whoever mainly handles the ball, that's where I come in. Let's say they had a power forward on the team who's actually playing the forward that's a 6'7" guy who's the ISO player. If I'm guarding the point guard and then somebody else on my team who might not be as good of a defender on the perimeter as me is the one checking this person, we're going to have problems. And the problem with that is, soon as they figure out who the weak link is, teams typically can develop a plan to always attack the weak link. So that's why it's important that, we watch the gameplay, talk about it afterwards, what we can improve on, and then what we did like, and then from there, just improve on the next game that we play. The offense that we run is 5-out motion basketball, alright? The reason why I like 5-out, teams are forced to play man-to-man. Alright, a team that does 5-out, you can only do a couple of different defenses, which would be man-to-man switch everything, or box and one. You probably can get away with a 3-2 zone, but more than likely, as soon as they start attacking the paint and kicking back out to the corner, you're not going to stick in 3-2 very long. But boxing 1, 5 out, man-to-man, switch everything. That's what you would mainly go into. So for me, since I like to play 5 out, I know exactly what defense I'm getting every time down the court. If you come against us and you play 2-3, such as this team did, you're going to give up a lot of wide open threes. And from there, you just got to be capable of knocking them down. You see, defensively, we're playing man-to-man. The thing that's different this year is we can't necessarily switch everything the way we would in years past. T-Will typically is somebody that's supposed to be either at the 3 or the 4. Typically, he makes a small forward and he plays that 4 role as a stretch 4. But with this year's game being the way it is, with power forwards being overpowered, and the fact that I can't make the player I normally would, that 2K would allow me to play point guard, it puts me at an awkward situation because now I have to play with an actual point guard this year as opposed to the small forward I normally would make. And I can't necessarily switch with a point guard down to a center the way I would in years past. So, this is the best way we can do it. Alright, as you see this team constantly sitting in 2-3, this is what happens. They give up a lot of threes, and if they don't want to give up threes, they give up free throws. Alright, from there, all you got to do is pick apart a 2-3 zone, and to do that, it takes patience. You can cut right down the middle as you see right there, or you can simply hold the ball in the middle and watch the defense react. Your team on offense never has to really react. You can just be ready. So right there, that's the end of the first quarter. And I'm confident with the way my team is playing. I realize first quarters are always a filling out process. You know, 2K might give you something, they might not. But typically, if you can blow a team out in the first quarter, you're more than likely to blow that team out and make them quit. But for the most part, first quarters are typically going to have a pretty close score. Alright, second quarter, that's when one of the two teams is going to break away. So either this is around the time we'll like go on a run and they have to like withstand it and see if they can stop it, or they're going to go on a run and we got to see if we can stop it. Alright, one thing that you see that we're doing defensively is I'm always trying to keep my center by the paint. He has the best rim protection out of anybody on the team, so it makes no sense for him to lead the paint if he doesn't have to. And from there, the other 4 of us' job is just to cover everything up. As I get started back on 2K and with YouTube and everything, I'm going to give everybody the full breakdown on my team of what I expect them to be able to do, where I can see them improving at. And then from there, we'll just gauge how well we do once the league starts back up. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to need my team to do is subscribe to the channel. If you're just somebody out there watching who likes to watch 2K content and like to watch Pro-Am, subscribe to the channel. I'm big on comp play, whether I'm playing in the park, whether I'm playing a regular online game. Like, I'm really big on comp play. I am a competitive 2K player, so if you like competition and things like that, subscribe to the channel. As you see in the second quarter starting out, this team has started to switch out to more of a 5-out look, and I guess they did that just to see like how we will react, how we was going to defend it. And then from there, they switched. They're putting a lockdown on me, but again, they're still sitting in 2-3. They started to do a little bit more press, but they're still sitting in 2-3 once they drive back. And when that happens, you're still going to give up the same things you were giving up before. As you see right now, number 21, he got an ISO bucket last time, so that's kind of what he's looking to do. You know, it's 5 out. He wants to take everybody and find his teammates open. If his teammates can knock down shots, it'll give us a lot of trouble. But that's pretty much how my entire offense works. If my team's knocking down shots, there's no way you can beat us. Alright, you just gotta hope you know, we make a bunch of stupid turnovers in order to beat us, but I seriously doubt that's going to happen. Now, before I got the dark, the one thing I didn't understand about their team concept for real is if they're going to go with the 2 guard, 3 power forward thing that like most people would do, if they're going to pick that style, why would they not try to trap more and do more double teams and things like that? Because when you have a bunch of guys that have no interior defense, like if their zones are not going to like force a bunch of turnovers, they should be trying to pressure the ball as much as possible. Like throw a lot of double teams, you know, always be in the lanes to try to steal something, like just constant pressure. Like they should be like gnats running all over the floor on defense. But for the most part, they come out and stick in this 2-3 zone and hope to just come up with a turnover, which doesn't end up working in the long run. All right, they're going to get a couple turnovers here and there off some bad passes, but like here's what I'm saying. If you got a team like that where you have 2 guards and 3 power forwards who are pretty small with no interior, every play up the floor, soon as I touch the ball, I should get double teamed. You know, y'all should invest in badges like Trapper and Interceptor. That way, once the double team occurs and I'm looking for the open man, y'all should be able to shoot the gaps and pick off the ball. That's the best advice I can give any team that's like that. Like, if you're going to have a guy with no interior protecting the paint, then be a pest. You know, be annoying. Because you see, for us, we get a chance to just simply play solid. Even though RDH Hawk just got dunked on right there, we get a chance to play solid all game, and it makes it more difficult for y'all to run y'all offense if y'all defense can't create turnovers. Alright, because on our team, most of us have interior, or some type of interior, or intimidator, or, you know, whatever we need to protect the rim, most of us have it. As you see with the one guy just pressuring me up the court, it's going to lead to all these wide open shots that we're getting. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're going to play that style, you got to be annoying. You got to be really aggressive and just live with it. You cannot, like, try to play a team shot for shot if you can't force turnovers. You're not going to out-rebound a team bigger than you. And it's so many ways to play basketball that you don't even have to try to do it that way. As you see this beautiful move right here, the fades are still a problem in the game, but at this point, I don't like to make excuses. Like, if we know fades is a problem, then guard the fade. That's the way I look at it. As you see it right again, 2-3, corner man has to swing up to protect the wing. You get a wide open 3 in the corner. But if fades, or you still having a problem with fades, learn how to guard them. Stop making excuses about the gameplay at this point. I'm here to promote positivity. Even if the game is frustrating and things like that, I never really try to blame the game or blame 2K too much for what's going on. I always look at it, okay, well, what could we have done to make a better outcome for ourselves? You know, if fades are a problem, why would I not chase somebody away from the fade? As you see right here, every time the ball goes into the corner, you would think they would try to trap, double team, and just make it difficult, because somebody like me who loves to pass the ball to get his teammates open, the least amount of pressure, the more likely it is for me to find the open man. You see right here, I'm trying to be patient, but we still get a good shot. Eventually, in the second half, as it comes up, you're going to see that once I gauge how much pressure I'm going to get throughout the game, then I can fully go on to the attack and get all my teammates involved doing it. All right, you see right here, I see number 21. He's constantly going to pressure me in the backcourt. That's great. But I know as soon as I can get the ball up top, we can just swing it, and we're always going to get a wide open jump shot. Alright, T-Will, great job player to have. 3 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. didn't get very many shot attempts, but the thing he's doing is being very active defensively. All right, he might not be the one that's getting all the stats and like a bunch of easy points right now, but he's the one protecting the rim, switching where he needs to, and just making it hard for them to score. All right, like I said, for me, my job is just to pressure the ball. I'm the one that's always watching these screen and rolls, and then once something happens, I'm the one that directs the traffic so the rest of my teammates can communicate. Right here, that's a great pass by RDH Hawk as he hands it back to me for an easy dunk. And then back on defense after we just gave up the oop, I'm telling my teammates, hey, we can't play so high and we can't keep giving this team so many wide open looks. And this kind of like that third quarter grind, that third quarter struggle. This is normally when whoever has the momentum kind of loses it coming out. As you see right there, I tried to take off and dunk it. Did not get the animation. Now this team is kind of going on a run and we got to be able to extend it. Thankfully, the best scorer on our team, I had the Dynasty. This is where he steps up the most. All right, you see me kind of struggling a little bit this game. I'm not getting the assist I normally would. And he's going to do a great job of just keeping us in it until I find my groove. As you see right there, he comes up with the rebound. He runs the break. And he gets other people open. Right there, what should have happened is it should have been an oop back to Dynasty as he was running the floor. But first few games, we're a little rusty. We'll get there. We will get there. But the third quarter is always a drag quarter for most Pro-Am teams. It's always been like that. I don't know why. It's like in the third quarter, the things that were working, either you're just not getting the green animation or other team just happens to get, you know, the bailouts. They get blessed a little bit more. It always happens like that. You just kind of got to ride their wave. And then when it's your turn to step up and make a difference, you just make a difference. As you see right now, I'm mainly guarding the fadeaways. This guy has hit a couple of them, and that's what I'm tracking. What I do notice, though, is every time I pressure this guy, one of my teammates is getting backdoor. At this point, I'm yelling at my teammates, stop giving up the back door. All right? I don't care if you're not the one guarding the ball. You have to be an active defender every time. All right? You always have to be an active defender. If you're not an active defender, you'll be the reason why we lose. As you see right here, we're going to play a little bit of defense, force the miss, and get out on the break. At this point, I tell my teammates hold the ball. Once we get set, I tell Reggie to go ahead and attack once we get set. He hands me back the ball, so it gives me a chance to create. At this point, this is where I'm going to start like finding my groove. I'm up to 11 points. I got 2 assists. But this is around the time I like to get my teammates involved and get myself going. So on every rebound, I try to encourage my team, give me the ball. All right? Right there, 2K tried to screw me, but the ball happened to fall back in. But this is, like I said, this is where I start to find my groove. All right? At this point, I still tell my team, stop giving up the back door. Don't give up no more back doors, and we're going to be good. And every time we protect the rim and get out on the break, we're going to get a bucket. All you got to do is give me the ball. So right there, get another steal. Get out on the break. I'm going to find Cincy, and Cincy is going to do the one thing I keep telling my teammates not to do, is quit trying to make those quick passes across court. All right? The more you do that, the worse it's going to get for us. Now we get a chance to set. I tell everybody, go back to the 5 out. The reason being, I just wanted to see what they was in. I get a great screen from T. Will. I have an open shot, but I missed it. And now we got to get back and play some defense. Right there, they get a beautiful pass. Get an easy layup, but it's fine. Because Like I said, this is the third quarter. This is when I like to step up the most. Right there, RDH Hawk takes his man off the dribble, gets a contact dunk, and now we get a chance to apply some pressure. So as you see, I started attacking the ball farther out. I don't care nothing about none of those dribble moves. You got to go see my big man. And now, like I said, I'm getting into it. Now I'm on the break. I got the board. I tell Sensi to keep running. I go down there and get you another bucket. So even though the third quarter started off slow, that's typically the time I'm able to turn up and start attacking after we withstand a big run from the other team. And this is like this every single game. I'm not saying I normally have to be the person, but I know when my teammates need me to go, and I know when one of my teammates has the hot hand. So from there, it makes it easy to do everything else I'm trying to do. As you see right there, we're kind of rotating to everything. Every shot is contested. There's 2 or 3 bodies flying there. Right there, I could have fired it ahead to Sensi, but I didn't want to force nothing. And from here, I gave it to Dynasty. Got an open look, you got to live with it. And again, RDH Hawk, he got an open look, you got to live with it. But I like the activity that we showed towards the end of the third quarter. From here, all we got to do is hold out for the rest of the fourth quarter, and we'll be good. So again, I just want to see what the defense is in. I tell Sensi to cut back door for the easy oop. That's what happens when you start playing one defense and you switch it later on, all right? They've been playing 2-3 this whole entire time. Now towards the end, they have to play 5 out because we've been killing them with those open threes. But once you go to a defense that you ain't been running, you don't know how to adjust to what the offense is doing. Right here, I get another break. I come up, get another dunk, and now the game is starting to get more out of hand the way I like it. All right, I'm never comfortable in tight ball games. You know, I don't like the nail biters. I'd rather blow a team out and that be the end of it. So coming out in the fourth quarter, all I want to do is take my time. Again, instead of Sensi making that pass all the way to the corner, he waits for me to set, and then I can set the offense. Once I set the offense, you know, it's all about execution. One thing I want to tell either Dynasty is, as great as a player as he is, he can do a better job at scoring the ball than what he already does. Because he's the best scorer that we have on the team, but he can do a better job of making the defense play, going to get a bucket, and quit, you know, forcing so many things just to try to look pretty. All right, he's too good, skilled of a player to sit there and constantly mess around with the defense. As you see right there, he passes it to me. We're gonna work it around. RDH Hawk has been working on his post up. Unfortunately, right here, even though he pushes him all the way underneath, they're gonna play some good defense to get out on the break. But I do like the activity, because coming down in the fourth quarter, all it's about is, you know, which team wants to come away with the win the most. From here, I tell RDH Hawk to set. Once everything's set, go ahead, do what you're gonna do. Right there, another bad pass, another turnover, but it's fine. You know, we're up 11. It's the fourth quarter, and this team hasn't really shown any ability to stop me offensively. So right there, I'm able to get my teammates involved. Easy assist. There go another steal by me. Easy bucket. Right there, I think that was the nail in the coffin. Big steal, come up with the big reverse windmill. From there, anything that they do is not going to be enough to come away with the win. And I'm very proud with the way my team played throughout the entire game. One thing I just want to tell my team, I hope they notice the way we play when the ball is in my hands versus when everybody else is trying to be that playmaker. All right, everybody has a role on the team. The better you are at fulfilling that role, the better we'll be as a team. Right there, great steal by RDH Hawk. Give it out to Dynasty, and now Dynasty is just going to knock down everything the rest of the way. That's kind of what he does. So before I got the dark, I think y'all have a very talented team. As you see me throw the oop to Cincy there. I think y'all have a very talented team. I think y'all can utilize your personnel better. But nonetheless, I had a lot of fun playing you guys. If y'all need a league or something like that, if y'all happen to see this video, PYPL, Prove Yourself Pro-Am League, that's where I would like to see you guys at. So coming down to the end of the game, I'm pleased with the way we played, but I do want to get better at execution. Alright, I do want to get a lot better at execution. Of course, I feel like I can go down there, score, and dunk every single time, but I'm a point guard. You know, I think like a point guard. I want to pass. I want to get my teammates involved. The more involved y'all are, the more willing y'all are to play some defense. So that's what I want to get into. From here, team, make sure y'all allow your voices to be shared. If you allow your voices to be shared, I ain't got to sit here and bore y'all to death for 30 minutes. Alright, y'all be able to hear what everybody's thinking, what everybody's talking about, and y'all have a better understanding of each other. Alright? Typically, I hate flopping, but Dynasty made a ridiculous shot. I wish I could hear what's going on as to why we did that, but yeah, this is pretty much how we performed in our second game. I look forward to bringing y'all the third game sometime this week. But hey, lethal team on top. That's how I feel about it. You see me knock down the green bean three in the corner, but lethal team on top. All right. PYPL, whoever the last champions was, that was great and that was fantastic. That was terrific. But we're coming for that spot. Hopefully this time we'll have enough people to actually compete and be effective. But nonetheless, I enjoy playing against this team. I enjoyed the way my teammates played, and I'm always looking to get better. If you need a new channel to subscribe to because 2K's been down, subscribe to this one. It'll help you. I'm telling y'all, subscribe to this one. If you like competitive games, subscribe to this channel. That's what I'm all about. You know, my videos will get better from here. I'm sorry if this was suck. This was a last minute thing. But yeah, we're on our way up from here. I catch you guys in the next video. It's been Lethal. I'm out.